I've practiced criminal defense work for an extended period of time. I started off trying cases when I was in law school. As a third-year law student, I worked for the State Public Defender's Office, and at that time, students could try misdemeanor cases. So I started trying jury trials as a third-year law student, and then continued to do that in the public defender's office for several years, trying many street crime variety cases for an extended period of time. Really benefited from that experience in terms of trying cases in front of a jury. So I started getting involved in white-collar cases, but I really found the skills are very similar to the skills that I gained in jury trial on street crime cases. Cross-examining a police officer in a street crime case is really similar to cross-examining an FBI officer in a financial fraud case. You need to stand up, you need to be able to think on your feet, and need to be able to respond to the officer's assertions while you're cross-examining them. So those skills that I learned as a young public defender, I think, have been really beneficial in trying cases. The other part of it is knowing what's involved in a jury trial and knowing what it takes to convict somebody. And you learn that, I think, only by trying cases, makes you more effective in working to avoid criminal charges for your client. So when I'm involved early on, which is when I like to be involved in the course of an investigation, you can marshal evidence. You know what the government's going to have to prove, and you try to do everything you can to counter that so that ultimately you can sit down with the prosecutor and tell the prosecutor the 10 reasons he shouldn't bring this case. That there shouldn't be a prosecution because it's not one he's going to succeed. No federal prosecutor decides not to indict because they like the defendant or like the defense lawyer. But if a defense lawyer can persuade that prosecutor that he is not going to be successful in trying this case against the defendant, then a defense lawyer can be successful in convincing the prosecutor that there shouldn't be a criminal charge. And there is no better event in a criminal defense lawyer's life than to hear from a prosecutor that his client's not going to be charged with a crime. And there's no better phone call to make than when that lawyer calls that client.